Your entire life you have been measured by a metric that does not exist. They told you intelligence was a number, an IQ score, a grade on a paper, a degree hanging on a wall. They told you it was about how many facts you could memorize or how quickly you could solve a math problem. They lied because it was convenient. True intelligence has nothing to do with school. It has nothing to do with being smart in the way polite society defines it. True intelligence is leverage. It is survival. It is the ability to impose your will upon reality before reality imposes its will upon you. Machiavelli knew this. The great strategists of history knew this. While the masses were busy trying to look smart, the few were busy becoming powerful. There is a hierarchy, a hidden ladder of cognitive evolution that decides who eats and who is eaten, who leads and who kneels. Most people, perhaps 90% of the population, die on the first rung. They live in a fog. They think they are making choices, but they are merely running a script written by someone else. Then there are those who climb. There are 7 levels of intelligence, 7 stages of awakening. Today, we are going to strip away the illusions. We are going to place a mirror in front of your psyche. It will be uncomfortable. It might even be painful, because you are going to see exactly where you stand. And once you see the hierarchy, you can never unsee it. The faces of the people around you will change. You will see the strings attached to their limbs. You will see the silence in their eyes. The only question is, are you brave enough to see where you rank? Look around you. Really look. Walk through a crowded city street during rush hour. Watch the faces in the subway. Stand in line at the grocery store. What do you see? You see the sleepers. This is level 1, and it is the most crowded level of all. The sleeper is not necessarily stupid. They might have a high IQ. They might be a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant. They might be able to recite Shakespeare or code in Python. But functionally, they are asleep. Intelligence at this level is purely reactive. The sleeper does not act. He is acted upon. His life is a series of biological and social reflexes. The alarm rings, he wakes up. The boss commands, he obeys. The news anchor speaks, he believes. The advertisement flashes, he buys. He thinks his opinions are his own. But if you press him, if you ask him why he believes what he believes, he will crumble. He will repeat a headline he saw on Twitter. He will parrot a sentiment his parents taught him. He is a vessel for other people's ideas. Machiavelli described this class of men as those who are so simple and so subject to present necessities that he who seeks to deceive will always find someone who will allow himself to be deceived. The sleeper is defined by a lack of agency. He lives in the external locus of control. Everything that happens to him is someone else's fault. The economy, the government, his spouse, his luck. He is a victim of circumstance, drifting down a river he refuses to navigate. Psychologically, the sleeper is terrified of autonomy. Freedom is not a gift to him, it is a burden. If you gave him total freedom, he would panic. He craves a master, he craves a structure. He wants to be told what is good, what is bad, and what he should do next. This is why the sleeper is obsessed with consensus. He needs to know what the majority thinks before he feels safe thinking it. He checks the comments section before forming an opinion. He looks at the fashion trends before buying clothes. His greatest fear is not being wrong. His greatest fear is standing alone. You know these people. You work with them. You might be related to them. They are the background characters in the movie of history. They fill the space. They make the noise, but they leave no mark. They are batteries. They power the systems built by higher levels of intelligence. They consume, they produce, and then they are replaced. If you are at level 1, you probably aren't watching this video. The algorithm doesn't show this kind of darkness to sleepers. But if you were a sleeper, and you are just now waking up, understand this. The pain you feel, that nagging sense that your life is not your own, is not a symptom of depression. It is a symptom of reality breaking through the anesthesia. When a sleeper wakes up, he does not immediately become wise. He becomes loud. He enters level 2, the mimic. The mimic has realized that the world is a game. He realizes that intelligence is a currency that buys respect, status, and validation. But he doesn't yet have his own mind, so he steals the minds of others. The mimic is the midwit. He is the person at the dinner party who uses big words he doesn't fully understand. He is the Twitter activist who adopts the latest cause, not because he cares, but because it signals virtue. He reads the book reviews, never the books. He quotes Nietzsche, but has never stared into the abyss. At level 2, intelligence is a performance. It is a costume. The mimic is obsessed with the aesthetic of intellect. He collects degrees, certifications, and titles like shiny stones. He needs you to know he is smart. He needs the applause. This is the most dangerous level for your ego. Because at level 2, you feel superior to the sleepers. You look down on them. You think, look at those sheep. I am awake. But you are not awake. You are just dreaming a different dream. The mimic is trapped in the Dunning-Kruger effect. He knows just enough to think he is an expert, but not enough to realize how ignorant he truly is. Machiavelli warned of this type. He spoke of those who mistake the appearance of virtue for virtue itself. The mimic believes that if he looks like a leader, he is a leader. If he sounds like a philosopher, he is a philosopher. But probe deeper. Challenge a mimic. Ask him to solve a novel problem. Ask him to build a system from scratch. He will panic, because he cannot create. He can only copy. He is an echo, a reflection. The tragedy of the mimic is that he is addicted to external validation. His entire self-worth hangs on the approval of the intellectual class he aspires to join. He is terrified of being exposed as a fraud. This makes him rigid. It makes him aggressive when questioned. If you find yourself constantly trying to prove you are right, if you find yourself memorizing arguments to win debates rather than seeking truth, you are stuck at level 2. You are a parrot, colorful, loud, capable of speech, but incapable of thought. Here is where the darkness begins. When you stop performing for others and start observing reality as it actually is, you ascend to level 3, the calculator. This is the fox. The calculator has dropped the need for validation. He no longer cares if people think he is smart. He cares about winning. This is the first level of true agency. The calculator looks at the world, the laws, the morals, the social contracts, and he realizes they are not absolute truths. They are arbitrary rules, and rules can be bent. Machiavelli wrote, "The lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves." The calculator is the fox. He sees the traps. He understands incentive structures. He looks at his boss, his partner, his government, and he asks, what do they want? What are they afraid of? How can I use this? Level 3 intelligence is transactional. It is cold. It is strategic. The calculator is effective. He climbs corporate ladders not by working the hardest, but by maneuvering the smartest. He knows who to flatter and who to ignore. He knows when to speak and when to remain silent. But the calculator is often lonely. Because when you view every interaction as a transaction, you kill the human element. You begin to view people as chess pieces. And while this makes you powerful, it also makes you paranoid. The calculator is constantly watching his back because he assumes everyone else is a calculator too. He projects his own cunning onto the world. He trusts no one. This is the trap of level 3. You become a prisoner of your own strategy. You are so busy playing the game that you forget to live. You are efficient, yes, but you are hollow. Many successful CEOs, politicians, and hustlers stop here. They have money, they have status, but they have no peace. They are trapped in a perpetual state of scanning for threats and opportunities. They are the smartest person in the room, but they are still reacting to the room. They are still playing within the system someone else built. They are winning the game, but they are not free of it. To rise higher, you must stop just looking out for yourself. You must become a force of nature. The fox is cunning, but the fox hides in holes. Level 4 is the operator, the lion. The operator transcends mere calculation. He adds a new element, will. The calculator tries to navigate the world safely. The operator tries to shape the world through sheer force of personality and competence. This is the level of high command. The operator doesn't just see the chess pieces, he moves them with conviction. He is not afraid of conflict. In fact, he thrives in it. Machiavelli said, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." The operator understands this. He is willing to make the hard decisions that the sleepers, mimics, and calculators are too terrified to make. He accepts the burden of responsibility. At this level, intelligence becomes generative. You aren't just exploiting existing opportunities. You are creating new ones through your ability to execute. People follow the operator not because he manipulates them, like the fox, but because he represents order in a world of chaos. He is a lighthouse. He has a vision, and he has the discipline to march toward it, dragging everyone else with him if necessary. But the lion has a fatal flaw: visibility. The operator is loud. He stands in the front. He takes the credit, but he also takes the blame. He is a target. Because he relies on force and presence, his power is tied to his physical energy. If he gets sick, the empire crumbles. If he shows weakness, the wolves attack. The operator is exhausted. He carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. He thinks he is the king, but he is actually the highest paid servant. He is a slave to his own ambition. He thinks power is about doing, about controlling, about being seen. He has not yet learned the ultimate lesson of power, that the most dangerous things in the universe are the ones you cannot see. Now we enter the deep waters, the levels that are not taught in schools, the levels that the moralists warn you against. Level 5 is the puppeteer. If the fox is cunning and the lion is strong, the puppeteer is invisible. The puppeteer has realized that direct control, level 4, is inefficient. It creates resistance. If you push someone, they push back. If you order someone, they resent you. But if you make them want to do what you want them to do, you own them. This is soft power. This is influence. The puppeteer does not stand on the podium. He stands in the shadows behind the podium. He whispers in the ear of the lion. He understands the deepest layers of human psychology. He knows that humans are driven by two things: desire and fear. He doesn't fight reality. He seduces it. The puppeteer creates narratives. He engineers situations where the outcome is inevitable, yet everyone feels like they made a free choice. He is the master of plausible deniability. If a project fails, his name is nowhere on it. If it succeeds, he reaps the reward. He operates through intermediaries. He uses the sleepers, the mimics, the calculators, and even the operators as his limbs. Machiavelli wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are." The puppeteer lives by this code. He is a shapeshifter. He becomes whoever he needs to be to get what he wants. He has no fixed identity. He is water. To the sleeper, he is a friend. To the operator, he is a loyal advisor. To the calculator, he is a business partner. None of them realize they are being steered. But level 5 comes with a terrible price: dissociation. When you spend your life wearing masks, you forget what your face looks like. When you view every human interaction as a psychological operation, you lose the ability to connect. The puppeteer is powerful, yes, but he is a ghost. He walks through the world, but he is not of the world. He is cold, colder than the fox. He looks at humanity with the detachment of a scientist observing bacteria in a petri dish. He can predict them, he can control them, but he cannot be one of them. This is the lonely peak of manipulation. Most dark psychologists stop here. They think this is the top. They think being the invisible hand is the ultimate power. But they are wrong, because the puppeteer is still playing the game. He is still manipulating the pieces. He is still reacting to the board. The true master does not play the game. The true master builds the casino. This is the level of the Godhead. The architect does not manipulate people. He designs environments. He understands that human behavior is a function of environment. If you want people to walk a certain way, you don't ask them, you don't trick them. You build a hallway. The architect builds the hallway. He creates systems, ideologies, corporations, algorithms, religions, nations. He sets the rules of the game that the sleepers, mimics, foxes, lions and puppeteers are all fighting over. While the fox is trying to steal a grape, and the lion is fighting for the whole bunch, and the puppeteer is convincing someone to give him the grapes, the architect owns the vineyard. This is systemic intelligence. It is the ability to think in second, third, and fourth order consequences. The architect thinks in decades and centuries, not fiscal quarters. He is detached from the outcome of individual battles because he has rigged the war. Think of the creators of social media platforms. They are architects. They don't care what you argue about. They don't care which political side wins. They built the arena. They profit from the noise. They profit from the conflict. The architect is not evil. He is not good. He is inevitable. He looks at the chaos of the world and sees patterns. He sees the code behind the matrix, and he rewrites it. To reach level 6, you must abandon the desire for personal glory. You must abandon the desire for control over individuals. You must fall in love with structure. You must become a student of civilization. You must understand economics, psychology, history, and physics, and weave them into a single tapestry. The architect is rare. Maybe 1 in 10 million reaches this level. They are the names that survive history. Not the kings who fought the wars, but the men who designed the systems that made the wars necessary. But even the architect is not the final level, because the architect is still attached to his creation. He still cares if the system works. He still has an ego, even if it is projected into his work. If his system collapses, he suffers. There is one level higher, a level that is almost inhuman. The final level of intelligence is not about adding more. It is about subtraction. It is the void. At level 7, you stop being the player. You stop being the designer. You become the silence. This is the state of total internal sovereignty. The void has mastered the ultimate Machiavellian trait, complete emotional and psychological detachment from the external world. He owns nothing, yet possesses everything. He has no fear because he has no attachment. You cannot threaten a man who does not care if he lives or dies. You cannot bribe a man who desires nothing you have. You cannot manipulate a man who has no ego to stroke. The void looks at the architect's systems, the puppeteer's schemes, the lion's wars, and the fox's tricks. And he smiles. He sees it all as a play, a cosmic joke. This is not nihilism. Nihilism is despair. This is transcendence. The void operates with perfect clarity because his vision is not clouded by desire. He does exactly what is necessary, nothing more, nothing less. He is like water. You try to grasp him, and he slips through your fingers. You try to cut him, and he reforms. You try to burn him, and he turns to steam, only to rain down on you later. Machiavelli hinted at this. He spoke of fortuna, luck, fate, the chaos of the universe. He said half of our lives are governed by fortuna, and the other half by our will. The void has aligned his will with fortuna. He does not fight the current. He becomes the current. In Eastern philosophy, this is the Tao. In Stoicism, this is the sage. In dark psychology, this is the ultimate predator. Because if you encounter a man at level 7, you are helpless. You cannot read him. You cannot predict him. He reflects whatever you project onto him. He is a mirror. If you look into him, you only see yourself. He can descend to level 4 to lead an army, then ascend back to the void. He can play the fox at a negotiation, then return to the void. He uses the other levels as tools, but he does not live there. He lives in the fortress of his own mind, a fortress with no doors. This is the ultimate freedom, the freedom from the need to be somebody. And paradoxically, this is where the greatest power lies, because the man who needs nothing commands everything. Now, the mirror is in front of you. Where do you rank? Be honest. The lie you tell yourself